It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. May 24th, 1954, IBM unveils the vacuum tube electronic brain that could perform 10 million operations per hour. 1960, Midas II, the missile detection alarm system, which was the first American surveillance satellite to successfully reach orbit, was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida. 1961, Wes Clark begins work on the Laboratory Instrument Computer, or otherwise known as LINC, at MIT's Lincoln Laboratory. 1965, the PAL color television system is launched in the United Kingdom. 1968, Walt Disney also receives the Congressional Gold Medal in recognition for the distinguished public service and the outstanding contributions of Walt Disney to the United States and to the world. 1972, Nolan Bushnell is sent by his employer to attend a public demonstration of the Magnavox Odyssey 100 in California. Atari begins marketing the Pong in 1973. Magnavox would file a lawsuit against Atari, claiming that Pong violates several of Magnavox's patents. 1974, the BBC begins transmitting the CFAX service in the new unified UK teletext standard. 1978, the Unix users groups is renamed to Usenix, so it wouldn't conflict with any trademarks. 1982, a pan-European experimental public service satellite television channel, otherwise known as Eurocon, is launched by members of the European Broadcasting Union. 1985, Quantum Computer Services, which would later be renamed AOL, is incorporated. Also in 1985, an executive staff meeting is held at Apple Computer. John Sculley confronts Steve Jobs over rumors that there was a takeover while Sculley was in China. Jobs says that Sculley should leave the company, but a majority of the senior staff support Sculley. And also in 1985, J. Fred Busey retires as president of Texas Instruments, and Jerry Junkins is named president and CEO. 1990, the law for regulation of video salons, video bars, and video rentals passed in Turkmenistan, giving the State Film Committee control over video communications in the country, which was interpreted as including cable television. 1993, Hayes Microcomputer announces the SysOp program, where qualified sysops were able to purchase Hayes modems at discounted rates. Also in 1993, Sega of America announces that it would introduce a rating system for video games in August. It would follow the lines of the Motion Picture Association of America. They would have ratings GA for general audience, MA 13 for mature audiences, and MA 17 for very mature audiences. Also in 1993, during the Spring Comdex Windows World Conference, Microsoft formally launches Windows NT operating system. The version is 3.1. It's comprised of over 4 million lines of code and would cost $495 from an upgrade. $495, and an upgrade would be $295. And in 1999, AMD releases the mobile AMD K6 3P processor at clock speeds of 350, 366, and 380 megahertz, $249 to $349. And Microsoft also releases version 4.5 of the back-office small business server for personal computers. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. The Phantom 3 has been released just in time for all your springtime flying. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there. And it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks or by the lake, or you can just fly over your house to see how many of your kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof even survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the day in tech history. Then go out to the park and have a ton of fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your day in tech history. Heading over to 2000, Intel releases the 933 MHz Pentium 3 processor with 256 kilobytes of level 2 on-chip cache for $794. Also in 2000, PhD candidate Nelson Robert Holcomb is arrested on the campus of Colorado State University at Fort Collins for trying to extort a new car and other items through the publisher Audible Incorporated, which sold downloadable audio content online. It was backed by Microsoft and Compaq Computers. He sent the publisher a series of threatening emails revealing that he found a way to download the publisher's books without payment and threatened to alert the media about the vulnerability unless Audible met his demands. He called himself Tupelo, demanded cash equal the value of Audible's site content, a new Volvo station wagon, 2 Diamond Rio digital audio players, and an unlimited free downloads of Audible's content. On Thursday, May 25th, he would be charged with interstate commercial extortion. 2001, Mac OS X Server 10 is released. MediaMark Research, which releases data from a semi-annual report indicating that about 43% of adults aged 55 to 64 use the Internet. 133 million, which is about 2/3 of all adults in the United States, have access to the Internet at home or at work. Also in 2001, the officials at Sequoia Hospital in Northern California announced a new program whereby some newborn babies would be assigned email addresses within minutes of their birth. 2002, Kim Schmitz, otherwise known as Kimball, is convicted of insider trading. She made a profit of buying $375,000 worth of shares in a bankrupt company called Let'sBuyIt.com and falsely announced its intention to investing £50 million. 2005, version 5 of the Fetch FTP client is released. And in 2006, Samsung Electronics releases the world's first computers to feature solid-state flash memory, the Q1 SSD and the Q30 SSD, both which had 32-gigabyte solid-state drives. And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And, of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.